Well, hello there. I'm just doing a little bit of work healing up my tools here on the Northern Lights server because, wow, have we already done a massively huge project here on the server, and I cannot wait to show you guys what we have done. So while you guys check out this time lapse of everything that I've accomplished so far, I am going to continue healing my tools, and I will meet you guys back at the base. That's right, we have now finished building up all our little village houses, and I couldn't be happier with how they turned out. It really just fills out this area so nicely, which makes me so tempted to continue building up a whole bunch more houses all the way around this area, because I think these things are so cute. As you may notice here on the side, I did end up increasing like how much texturing was going up the wall. And I want to continue doing that. I think having all the texturing down here and even on these little ledges on the back walls, I think it's important that we continue the texturing on each of these walls here. In addition, most of the houses are literally empty. We have not done interiors yet. In the time lapse, Mini Wheats and MrFrogger joined me. So these two houses right here are two houses that Mini Wheats and MrFrogger ended up playing around with and building for me. So this is MrFrogger's. He did end up doing an interior, which is very much appreciated, and I think it definitely fits this area. They're just going to be small interiors, but I do want each of these houses to have an interior because I've noticed being in this house a couple of times, it feels so much more homey even with the simple decorations that it has here. So that is one thing I would like to continue in today's episode, is to try and do a few more interiors in this location. And then I guess Mini Wheats was trying to be funny and gave me a whole bunch of chickens. So we have chickens in that house we're going to have to deal with. As you can see here with MrFrogger's, he did add in some coarse dirt and bone mealed a little bit, as well as some mossy stone. So I would like to work a little bit on that as well. So one of the other things that I did add into this area is if we go over here, you can see we have kind of this path going up, which I think I showed you guys before. So I'm in the process of fixing it into an actual path that we can go then out, and this would be an exit. So I'm not exactly sure how I would like to do this, but I definitely would like to utilize this already made hole in the mountain to be our path out. And in addition, right here, I definitely want to make it so that it has the texturing that I've done on the walls down here. I want to have all of that there, leaves hanging down. So one of the other things that I really would like to do, Do you see where that path right there connects or like ends? I kind of wanted to put another path up over there. And there's not really enough space in that corner down there to put another house, but it could be kind of nice to put a custom tree right there. Maybe a little bit of garden space or like a bench of some sort. And then all around here, we have a lot of dirt and grass. And I don't really want that. I want the moss to make this brighter and greener. And so we need to tear down all that dirt and replace it with moss. So definitely a big project still in front of us, but I am loving the progress. So I'm going to head back to my starter base and go and grab a few more materials for texturing and the like. And I think we get started on the front of the houses and start doing a little bit more decor work before tackling a couple of the inside of the houses and making this place look so much more lived in. Well, I got a bunch more materials. We got some mossy cobble and regular cobble, but we're just gonna make it all mossy. And we also have a bunch of coarse dirt and moss blocks if we need them. And of course, that's about it. I also made some stone buttons, just like we have right there. So let's see what we can do with some of the front locations here. So here, there's not a lot, but I think even just adding in a couple pieces of coarse dirt could probably really help out this area. Maybe even let's try mossy. Sure, that kind of adds in a little bit more texture. That's pretty good. This is quite the open spot back here, so I think having almost like a little bit of a garden could be nice. So we'll probably grab a few flowers and throw them in different locations back here. But first, let's put in some coarse dirt. And maybe a couple pieces of mossy cobble around here. And maybe a couple of buttons. Yeah, I think that kind of works. That adds in a little bit more texture variation back here. Okay, so this house is kind of further in the back, so we want a little bit more of a pathway kind of leading towards it. There we go. I like how that's looking. So I'm going to keep going on doing stuff like this. I'm going to go harvest a bunch of grass over there with shears as soon as I find them. And I will bring you guys back when I have completed all the outsides of the areas. So I just walked into this house. Moving in to-do list, visit IKEA. Gosh, my server mates are quite the pranksters. Anyways, so we have finished putting up all the coarse dirt and stone buttons and some grass all the way around in each of the front of the houses. And then the ones that have big backyards, big, I mean, they're small, but bigger than some of the other ones. I have also added in some there as well. I did plant a few flowers here and there, but I think it definitely adds a lot more life to have this kind of texturing going on around this area. Next up, we are going to have to figure out how to do a few interiors. I mean, obviously all of them need to be interiorized, but that might not come in this week's episode. We will certainly see, but I'm going to do my best to get a bunch of interiors done. So that's up next, but we got to go and grab some materials for that. I've done a few things. I am going to preface this by saying I'm so bad at interiors. Okay, they're fine, but there is like nothing special about them. So I'm going to show you a couple of my interiors. We got some barrels. We got a tiny little bed. Some lanterns around here. Like I said, nothing special. Oh, and I forgot to take that down. But it's interiors. In this house, we also got some interiors. This one, I kind of blocked it off by a few trapdoors to make a separate room. And then we got, again, a little bit of storage, a carpet, and a little couch to sit on. So super simple, but definitely some interiors, which I think is helping out this area a lot. And I like it. We got a little desk in here and more lanterns for light. I definitely wanted to get rid of the torches, and apparently I've missed a few, But all the interiors along the bottom here are completed. They're not like wild and crazy. I have to admit that MrFrogger's here is a lot better than mine. So I think we gotta step up our game, or maybe, just maybe, we go over to MrFrogger's decorating shop and convince him that he needs to come help us decorate the rest of these houses. Now that sounds like a plan. So let's go over to the shopping district and sign up at his decorating shop. So we are here at the shopping district. On there's a couple of shops. Of course, recently we came down here to the block shrine, and down here is a shop that we have. It's basically just take what you need, so it's block swap. So if you have a specific block you want to get rid of, then you can place it in these barrels and other people are free to take them. And of course, we have MrFrogger's design decorating shop sitting right here. So I think we are going to sign up for the services here because he's had this up for a while and I don't think anybody had signed up. So welcome to Frogger's Decor Depot. Do you need help with a build? Does your build just feel meh? Well, I can help. Just place your name in the quest barrel and for the price of 1 IOU, let me help you with your build. So a little scared about the 1 IOU, but also like this could be fun. So I am going to grab a piece of paper and I am going to rename it. And I will let MrFrogger know that we have done this, and hopefully in the next couple of episodes, he can come over and help us with some interiors, because interiors are just not my strong suit, so hopefully he'll have a few helpful hints to help us out on the way. So let's head back to the base and call this an episode. So we have made, oh my goodness, so much amazing progress here in our little mountain ring. I really love how this village is coming together, and as we add in more decor around the area, and obviously the interiors, I think this will continue to look even better. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. It was kind of fun to build up a village, and like I said earlier, I think adding in even more houses around here are going to be awesome. So if you did like this episode, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're new, I would absolutely love if you would subscribe. And I will catch you in the next episode. Bye for now.